Everything we think of as separation is just the surface of something much bigger. There's a quiet force inside each of us, ready to break through what we consider normal. This force is the core of the zero-point field, an unseen energy that pulses beyond our senses and holds incredible power. Many people go through life without realizing that this powerful source of energy is right within their reach. This is what we're about to explore. What you're about to discover could change the way you see life forever. In the busy rush of daily life, it's easy to feel drained, as if something essential is missing. How often do you wake up feeling tired or notice your mental and emotional energy just isn't there for no obvious reason? This constant exhaustion isn't just physical. It's a sign that we're disconnected from the most powerful energy source around us, the one that's both within us and surrounding us. In quantum physics, the zero-point field is seen as the most fundamental level of reality, where energy is at its lowest, even when everything seems still. Scientists have found that even in a perfect vacuum, there's a field full of subtle energy, an infinite sea of possibilities that forms the foundation of physical reality and supports everything. From a spiritual viewpoint, this concept takes on an even more fascinating role. It becomes the bridge between the outer universe and our inner consciousness, a place where time, space, and limits disappear, leaving only pure potential energy. Imagine being able to tap into this field every day, connecting to an endless source of energy that nourishes your mind, body, and spirit. This energy is always available, but accessing it requires you to be more present, subtle, and open. The key is that the more you slow down internally, the more you'll connect with this invisible force that drives everything. You don't need special tools, gurus, or secret formulas. All you need is intention, practice, and presence. In this discussion, we'll show you practical ways to activate this connection. But first, take a deep breath and realize that you're already closer to the zero-point field than you may think. For a long time, science and spirituality seemed to be on separate paths. Science tried to explain the universe through formulas and experiments, while spirituality sought to understand the unseen, the energetic, the felt rather than the proven. This divide caused much wisdom to be overlooked or dismissed. But what if both were pointing to the same thing, just using different language? This is where the concept of the zero-point field comes in. It didn't come from a temple, but from quantum physics labs. When scientists began studying subatomic particles, the tiny components that make up everything, they made an amazing discovery. Even in a perfect vacuum where nothing should exist, there was still energy, a constant vibration, as if the entire universe were gently pulsing behind matter. This was called zero-point energy, energy that exists even without matter or temperature, and it amazed scientists, showing that nothing is truly inert. One of the first to explore this was physicist Max Planck, the father of quantum physics, who famously said, "Everything is energy, that's all there is." Decades later, famous scientists like Albert Einstein, Erwin Schrödinger, and David Bohm studied this invisible field, with Bohm suggesting that the universe has a hidden order, a deeper reality where everything is connected. More recently, researchers like Lynn McTaggart, author of The Field, and independent scientists like Hal Puth have studied this energy as something we can access and even interact with through our consciousness. Meanwhile, ancient spiritual traditions like Advaita Vedanta, Buddhism, Taoism, and shamanism have long described an energetic web connecting all living things. Now, we understand that this ancient wisdom may have been referring to the zero-point field, calling it things like prana, chi, mana, or vital energy. Understanding that an infinite, subtle energy flows through everything can completely change your life. You stop looking for energy from external sources like coffee, distractions, or approval, and instead Recognize that the real source of energy is already within you and all around you. You start to see that your thoughts, emotions, and intentions are powerful and affect this invisible field. Think about the times you've felt empty inside, even when you seem to have everything. How often have you wondered, why do I feel so tired even when I haven't done much? Or, why do I feel like I've lost my spark, my motivation, my real energy? We live in a world filled with distractions but lacking in inner fulfillment. We stay connected to the outside world while losing touch with ourselves, which leads to feelings of emptiness, anxiety, and confusion. What if the discomfort you're feeling isn't just emotional, but actually a clear sign that you've become disconnected from an important energy source? Not the energy from food or sleep, but the energy that truly drives you. The connection to the 0-point field, the place where your pure inner energy resides. The 0-point field is an energy that exists everywhere, but the most profound part is that it also lives within you. It's not in some far-off dimension. It vibrates in every cell of your body, in the space between your thoughts, and in the pause between your breaths. When you are aligned mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, this energy flows effortlessly, leaving you feeling peaceful, centered, clear, and strong. But when stress, unresolved emotions, or an overactive mind take over, that connection weakens, as if the energy channel becomes blocked and the flow is interrupted. That's why working on your internal state is key to accessing the 0-point field in a real, practical way. Imagine your body as an antenna. The cleaner, more aligned, and more present you are, the better you'll harmonize with the 0-point field. You can start activating this connection with 3 methods. Conscious breathing. By slowing down and making your breath intentional, you calm your nervous system and send a clear signal to the field that says, I am here, I am present. Elevating emotions. Emotions like gratitude, compassion, and love resonate with frequencies that connect directly to the quantum field. This isn't just a trendy self-help idea, it's energy physics in action. Inner stillness. By creating quiet moments through meditation or contemplation, you allow yourself to listen beyond your thoughts. It's in this silence that the field reveals itself. Energy starts flowing again. Creativity expands, decisions become clearer, and even your physical body responds with new energy. You don't have to wait for a miracle, a special healing technique, or a life-changing moment of enlightenment. You are the gateway to this infinite energy. Start by paying attention to your thoughts, feelings, emotions, and how present you can be in the moment. Small daily practices can lead to profound changes in your connection to the 0-point field. The illusion versus reality. When people hear the term infinite energy, many imagine something mystical, magical, or even impossible, a power that only enlightened beings or superheroes can access. People often picture a guru meditating in a lotus position, or an untouchable master holding the universe's secrets. But those beliefs distract us from the most powerful truth. Infinite energy is real and accessible to anyone willing to learn and practice. It's time to break these myths and reveal what really matters. Let's start with one simple truth. Infinite energy doesn't mean you'll never feel tired, frustrated, or sad. Those are natural parts of being human. What infinite energy does represent is the ability to reconnect with a constant source of vitality, clarity, and inspiration. Even in chaos, it's knowing that within you lies an endless core of energy. It may be temporarily blocked, but it's always there. And here's the main myth. This isn't magic, it's not instantaneous, and it's not something you can buy in a quick course. It's a practice, a way of being. The infinite energy of the 0-point field is like an underground river that's always there. But you must dig, align yourself, and make space for it to flow into you. Contrary to what people believe, Connecting with this energy doesn't require complex rituals or hard-to-understand theories. What truly matters is consistency. Small daily habits, like conscious breathing or meditating for 10 minutes, gradually open the channel to this energy over time. Equally important is setting a clear intention. When you truly want to connect with this energy, you shift your frequency and the field responds. Emotional cleansing is also key. Letting go of anger, resentment, guilt, or bitterness is essential because dense emotions are like weights that block the flow of energy. And most importantly, presence matters. The more present you are in the moment, the more you can feel the energy, because the 0-point field can only be accessed when you're truly here. Perhaps the biggest myth is thinking this energy is out of reach, but you're already connected to it. You just need to remember how to access it. Start today by breaking free from your limiting beliefs. Stop waiting for the perfect moment, more knowledge, or external validation. Everything you need to activate this energy is already within you. Many people carry a silent pain every day, without realizing it, waking up tired, dragging through the day, and chalking it up to stress, a temporary phase, or maybe even a lack of vitamins. But deep down, something more profound is happening. It's not laziness or drama. It's a silent cry from your soul calling for reconnection. Being disconnected from your inner energy is like having a phone that's not charging. It still works, but over time, everything begins to fail. Your clarity fades, emotions swing out of control, motivation disappears, and your health begins to deteriorate. When you lose connection to the 0-point field, you stop replenishing yourself with that subtle, infinite energy that recharges not just your body, but your mind and spirit. And the worst part is, this happens slowly, almost unnoticed. Here are some key signs that you might be disconnected from your energy source. Constant fatigue. Even after a full night's sleep, you wake up tired and rely on coffee, sugar, or distractions just to get through the day. A lack of motivation or purpose, where things feel meaningless and you feel like you're just going through the motions of life instead of truly living. Chronic anxiety and stress, a restless mind, tight chest, and a constant feeling that something's wrong without a clear reason. Emotional swings, feeling overly sensitive, easily frustrated, or even numb, like you've shut off your emotions for self-protection. A sense of being disconnected from your true self, as if there's a gap between who you are deep down and who you present to the world. A lack of authenticity and a dullness in your eyes. Creative blocks and difficulty making decisions, when your intuition goes quiet and your creativity seems to disappear, leaving you stuck. These signs don't mean you're broken. They're simply signals from your deeper self asking you to reconnect with your energy. Ignoring them will only make them worse over time. So, where do you begin? The energy of the 0-point field is always available. Imagine that there's a road inside you connecting your inner self to this field. Over time, this road gets blocked with negative thoughts, anger, fears, and anxiety. The first step is not to do more, but to clear away what's unnecessary. Start by moving consciously, aligning your body with the energy. Your body is an energy instrument, and when you move with awareness, you clear out stagnant energy. For example, take a walk in silence, preferably outside in nature, paying close attention to your steps, the sounds around you, and the feeling of the wind on your skin. Each step becomes a reminder to be present. Or try slow movements like Tai Chi, yoga, or even dancing. The key is to focus on being mindful in your movement. Next, try an energetic bath with intention. Water naturally cleanses and recodes energy, making a simple bath a powerful ritual. While bathing, imagine the water washing away all the heavy energy and repetitive thoughts. Visualizing it carrying away everything that no longer serves you. At the end, say to yourself, I cleanse myself, I renew myself, and I return to my center. You can even add natural herbs like rosemary, lavender, or chamomile to enhance this energetic shift. Another powerful practice is simply emptying your mind. Take a few minutes without any distractions, goals, or activities. Just sit comfortably without music, your phone, or any specific technique. Whether your eyes are open or closed, observe your thoughts and sensations without trying to control them. Just let them be. This practice helps your mind slow down and makes space for the 0-point field. Internal silence is where this energy starts to emerge. You can also activate your energy through sound. Certain sounds can help tune your energy and enhance your connection. Try listening to binaural frequencies like 432 Hz or 528 Hz while relaxing or meditating. You can also use mantras like Om to attune yourself to the universal vibration, or simply sing, chant, or hum to gently energize your inner space. Lastly, embrace the power of gratitude. Gratitude is more than just a nice feeling. It's a frequency that opens energetic doors. Every day, write down something you're grateful for in that moment and really feel that gratitude in your body. It could be something simple like, I breathed calmly today, or I saw the sky and felt peaceful. This practice helps rewire your perception, shifting you from a mindset of scarcity to one of abundance, reconnecting you with the energy field around you. Most of us grew up thinking that reality was only made up of solid matter, the stuff we can touch, see, and measure. We were taught to believe that everything in the universe is fixed, predictable, and controllable. But this narrow view ignores what truly drives the universe: subtle, invisible energy. This way of thinking keeps us disconnected, because if you believe only what's visible matters, you end up ignoring your intuition, your deeper feelings, and the energy that exists beyond the physical world. Quantum physics came into play to shatter this illusion, showing us that reality is much more fluid, interactive, and energetic than we ever thought possible. Quantum physics, the science that studies the smallest particles like electrons, photons, and atoms, has changed everything. An electron isn't just a particle, it's also a wave, existing in multiple states at the same time until it's observed. This is explained by Heisenberg's famous uncertainty principle. The collapse of the wave function shows that the observer affects what they observe. In other words, your consciousness directly influences reality. The 0-point field has been discovered as a constant vibration in the vacuum, which means that even when nothing seems to be happening, energy is still active. While these ideas can be technical, they reveal a profound truth. The universe isn't made of physical objects. It's made of energy and consciousness. And if everything is energy, then so are you. Remember who you are beneath all the layers of stress, fear, distractions, and control. Meditation and visualization are two of the most powerful ways to align with the frequency of the 0-point field. They aren't magical, but they help you connect with this universal energy. Many people mistakenly think meditation is just about emptying the mind, but it's really about observing your thoughts without getting lost in them, letting them pass by without holding on. When you do this, you create an inner space where the field can begin to reveal itself. The more you meditate with presence and surrender, the more you realize that there's something beyond the mind, a deep peace, a subtle energy filling you from within. This is connection, and it comes from inside you, not from outside. The next step is visualization. In a calm, open state, you begin to imagine with clear intention. Here's the secret: the field doesn't just respond to your thoughts, but to the emotions behind them. If you visualize with your heart engaged, with real emotion and physical presence, you're tuning into the reality you want to create. The 0-point field is like an ocean of infinite possibilities. Every time you visualize clearly, you're choosing a specific wave from that ocean, telling the field, "This is where I want to vibrate." It doesn't require long sessions, just 10 minutes a day can start to shift your frequency. Sit in silence, focus on your breath, and then visualize yourself connected to the bright energy that fills the universe. Imagine it flowing into your body from the top of your head, gently moving down, filling you with calm, healing focus and vitality. Feel it breathe with you, surrounding you, and staying with you throughout the day. These practices aren't about escaping reality. They're about creating a new reality within you, one that starts to show up in your external world. The more you practice, the easier it becomes, and soon, almost effortlessly, you'll feel greater clarity, deeper connection, and more strength. Many people have shared their experiences. Some even cried during visualization, not because they were sad, but because they finally felt a reunion with themselves. Others said their environment felt lighter, that conflicts dissolved on their own. Their bodies felt healthier, creativity returned, and their relationships became more real. These stories come from ordinary people who chose to stop, look within, and remember that they already have access to the energy of the universe. They weren't looking for miracles, they were looking for presence, and the real miracle was realizing who they truly are. The most beautiful thing many of these people shared was the feeling of coming home, returning to their true self, the person they've always been before fear, hurry, and mental chaos took over. It's about coming back to your center, but even as you begin to reconnect with the energy field, if you're carrying blockages and not protecting your energy, it's like trying to fill a bucket with holes. The energy may flow in, but it leaks out. Or worse, it gets mixed with outside influences that don't match the frequency you want to maintain. We're surrounded by other people's thoughts, emotions, and vibrations. If you enter a heavy environment and leave feeling drained, or if you talk to someone and suddenly feel angry, sad, or confused, it's a sign that your energy is absorbing things that aren't yours. This disconnection makes you doubt yourself and clouds your clarity. That's why learning to protect your energy is so important. Clearing the blockages that slow down your inner flow is liberating. These blockages aren't your enemies. They're just parts of you that got stuck in time. Old beliefs you inherited without realizing, emotions you've ignored, or traumas you haven't healed. These things build up and create dense energy that keeps you from fully accessing the field. Your body feels it, your mind feels it, and your life reflects it. Protecting your energy isn't about being paranoid, it's about self-love. It's knowing how much influence you allow others to have on you and learning to say no when you need to, and yes consciously when it's right for you. Energetic cleansing doesn't need to be complicated or mystical. It can be a simple daily habit. Whether it's journaling to release emotions, taking deep breaths while imagining a cleansing light washing over your body, enjoying an intentional shower, or meditating with a focus on your heart, the key is to make it a routine. It's not just something to do when you're feeling down, but a regular practice, much like caring for a garden. Watering, trimming, cleaning, and protecting it so the energy can grow. You're not fragile, you just need to reconnect with your power. Taking care of your energy means taking responsibility for the person you want to be in the world. When you clear away what's holding you back and protect what helps you grow, the 0-point field not only notices you, it responds to you. Connecting with the 0-point field doesn't happen by accident. It takes consistency, a commitment to yourself, not a strict routine. It's no use having a beautiful moment of connection only to fall back into chaos for days. True transformation comes from loving repetition, the small daily practices that together create a stable foundation of presence, clarity, and energy. You don't have to become a monk or change your whole life. You just need to choose each day to turn inward for a few minutes. Start with 10 minutes of silence in the morning. Wake up before reaching for your phone. Sit on your bed, close your eyes, and breathe. Feel your energy, notice your body, and be grateful to be alive. This simple act will shift your energy. Throughout the day, create small, conscious pauses, a deep breath between tasks, a moment to place your hand on your chest and feel what's alive inside, a song that lifts your mood, or a glass of water enjoyed with full awareness. These little gestures done with intention are far more valuable than big practices done out of obligation. At night, before you sleep, repeat your ritual, whether it's a brief visualization, writing down what you want to release from the day, or simply sitting in silence, letting go of your thoughts, and surrendering to rest. The goal is to end the day remembering that you are not just a mind, but living energy. Your connection routine doesn't have to be the same every day. It can change, but it needs to be there. Make time for what truly matters, your presence, your energy, your alignment with the field. When you honor this, the field honors you in return. You'll start to feel stronger, lighter, and more in sync with life. Things will flow more easily, not because you're trying to control them, but because you've learned to flow with them. Thanks for watching our video.